Hello and welcome to the Introduction to Meditation series. In today's class, we will be preparing your body for seated meditation. So you can go ahead and rest back on the ground. We're going to begin in Shavasana to give your body a chance to settle and release and let go. So as you rest back on your back, decide what position you want your legs in, maybe a bolster under your legs or your knees bent, your feet flat on the floor. Or if your low back doesn't bother you, you can keep your legs out long. And then take a deep breath in through your nose and let your breath fall out of your mouth. And allow your body to settle into the ground underneath you. And let your shoulders be heavy. Feel your head sink heavy into the ground. Feel your rib cage rest against the ground. Allow your spine to settle into the ground. Feel the back of your pelvis resting into the ground. And allow your legs to settle into the ground. And become aware of your breath as you feel it flowing in and out of your body. And just notice where you feel your breath most prominently in your body right now. No right or wrong, no better, best, but maybe you feel it most at your nostrils. Maybe you're feeling it more in your chest or your upper back. Maybe in and around your rib cage or at your belly. Just notice where you're experiencing your breath most in your body right now. And then see if over the next few exhalations, if you could let your body release into the ground a little bit more. And so today's practice is just a short practice to prepare your body for seated meditation. And so you might bring to mind what your biggest challenge is in seated meditation. Maybe there's some physical challenge that you experience in seated meditation. Maybe there's some mental challenge that you experience in seated meditation. Maybe there are some emotional things that come up for you during seated meditation. So whatever your challenge is during seated meditation, bring that to mind, and perhaps there's some intention that you want to form for your short practice today to help you with your practice. To already start thinking about preparing for your seated meditation practice. And then you can gradually allow your breath to deepen and begin to wiggle and stretch out, but stay lying on your back. You're going to begin by stretching out your hips on your back. Okay, so one of the seated meditation positions is cross-legged, Bharanese style. So we'll do a little bit of stretching of your hips. So you can bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor. And cross your left ankle over the top of your right thigh. And then draw your right knee in towards your chest until you feel stretch in the outside of your left thigh and in your left glutes, your left buttocks. And then reach your left arm through that space and hold on the back of your right leg, drawing your right leg towards your chest. Relax your shoulders, keep the back of your neck long. Long, slow, deep breaths. And then release your right leg down. Uncross your left leg. And we'll repeat this on the other side. So cross your right ankle over the top of your left top leg. And draw your left leg in until you feel a stretch on the outside of your right leg and into your right buttocks. Reach through that space on your right leg. Hold on in the back of your left thigh. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And then release your legs down. Bend your knees. Roll to your right side and come up onto all fours. Let's just warm up your spine a little bit in cat stretch. Cat pose. So spread your fingers nice and wide. And take your knees underneath your hips, your hands underneath your shoulders. And you're going to exhale and round up through your back. And then inhale and arch through your back. So just a little bit of stretching through your back before you come to sit in seated meditation. And breathe out as you round up through your back, and breathe in as you arch your back. And then let's stretch out your hips a little bit more. And come up onto your knees again, and let's walk your left leg through first. Lean forward so that you're stretching out the front of your right hip. So sink into your left foot on the front, feel your right shin at the back, tuck your tailbone under, relax your shoulders down, keep your ears back over your shoulders, nice long slow deep breaths, stretching out the front of your right hip. Because you're seated in meditation the whole time, your hips are flexed the whole time. So we'll give them a little break at the beginning by opening up the fronts of your hips. And then go ahead and switch sides. So lean back. And this time, walk your right leg forward. Sink down through your right foot. Tuck your tailbone under. Lean forward through your left hip this time. Nice long, slow, deep breaths. Relaxing your shoulders, ears back over your shoulders. Long through your spine. And then release. And let's do some downward facing dog so that you can stretch out your back. I'm just going to fold my mat back so I have the sticky side up of my mat. So spread your fingers nice and wide. Tuck your toes under. Inhale. Exhale, lift your hips. And you get a nice stretch in your legs here. Nice stretch through your back. Let your head drop. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Take some nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Get a good stretch all the way through your back and your legs here before you close everything up in your legs to sit. Okay, and then lower down onto your hands and your knees again. So in seated meditation, you sit for long periods of time where you have to rely on your own strength to sit because you're not sitting with your back against the back of a chair or anything. You're using the own strength of your own back to sit. So let's strengthen your back with an arm leg reach. So take your left leg back and your right arm forward, and then lift your arm and leg so that you strengthen your back. Lift up through your pelvic floor, draw your navel back to your spine to support you, and long, slow, deep breaths here. And then lower your right arm and your left leg. Bring them back in. And now slide your right leg back, your left arm forward. Draw up through your pelvic floor, draw your navel back, relax your shoulders, lift your arm and leg. And then lower your arm and your leg and sit back into child's pose. Okay, and then slowly roll up to your spine. And that's just a short little sequence to prepare you for any seated meditation sequence. So I will see you for meditation next.